What is going on, guys? AJ Bodie here, back with another video. Today I want to talk about the emotional stability that comes with having people or pets or just things in your life and how it provides you with emotional stability. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. I cannot believe, seriously, I cannot believe that we made it to 500 subs. That's half of 1,000, which is crazy to me. So apparently you need 3,000 hours of watch time, or 4,000 hours, 3 or 4. And I'm only at 312. So if you guys don't mind, just play some of my videos in the background, and so I can get that watch time. And I just need you to do that for a month or two, and that'd be great. That'd be great, because I need that watch time so I can get monetized. But make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. But I just want to say thank you guys, all of y'all supporters that have just been hitting the subscribe button, liking the videos, commenting. Y'all are awesome. I just want to say that from the bottom of my heart, like I said before, and I'm going to keep on saying from the deepest, darkest point of my soul, thanks. Seriously, this is great. And I got a comment saying, why are you thanking me from the deepest part of your soul? That just sounds evil and counterintuitive. So I don't know. That sounds right. It sounds about right. When you get deeper and deeper into your heart, you just find blackness. Some people could think, when you get deeper and deeper into your soul, or your heart, you find pureness. But for me, it's just been leaking for years and years. But again, maybe I have two hearts. Let's just say, for that viewer there that commented that, let's just say that I have a good heart and a bad heart. There you go. I have two hearts. There you go. So let's just get into the video. So, okay, so I don't have any pets. My family is very dysfunctional, and my friends, sometimes I don't want to hang out with them. And I didn't have a girlfriend earlier this year, back in January, February. I was dealing with a situationship breakup, and even before that, I had a fuck buddy, but I didn't see her a lot, and I wasn't really connecting with her. So, wait, hold on. So the loneliness prevailed back in 2024. My family, again, was dysfunctional, still is, and I can't really connect with them like how I connect with other people that are like-minded like me, right? So that led me to a very lonely place. I couldn't talk to my dad, I couldn't talk to my mom. My sisters and brothers, they just don't have the experience that I do. They just don't have the intelligence that I do, or the intellectualness that I do. And I've tried talking to my brothers about it, but unfortunately they have not had the life experience and the brokenness that I've went through. So of course they're not going to understand where I'm coming from. And that's not their fault, and that's actually better for them, because they'll never understand, and that's good. Being broken is not a good thing. Being lonely is not a good thing. It hurts. It sucks. It's terrible. My brother doesn't even want to date, and that's cool. I like that. I wish I was like that. I wish I didn't have to find somebody just to be happy, you know? So then I was thinking to myself, well, why don't I get a pet? But unfortunately, my dad doesn't allow pets, so I cannot obtain one without breaking his rule and getting kicked out of the house. So I say, okay, well, what do I do? So I couldn't do anything. There was literally nothing I could do. And sometimes, like, I'll hang out with my friends, but then I'll just feel lonely. And I'll go hook up with a girl, but I haven't had enough connection with her to actually connect with her and to be intimate with her. So that didn't work. So it was just nothing. Like, it was pure just loneliness, you know? I said, okay, let me work on my creative outlets, right? But at that point, I was working I started working 2 jobs, and that really fucking killed me. And the reason why I started working 2 jobs is because I had no girlfriend, no connective outlets, or I stopped doing my connective outlets. I was feeling really lonely, and I just couldn't keep on. So I got 2 jobs, and then I just grinded, and then that led me to just be single and lonely and isolated, which led me to crave anything, to the point where I went with this one coworker, and that was the situationship number 2 girl, the one that broke my heart. So without the right people, sorry, I just woke up. Without the right people in my life or in your life, you'll self-destruct. You'll hurt a lot of other people. Like, I remember one time, I literally went and got a girl's number. We had the first date, and I said, hey, let's fuck. She said, okay. We fucked, and then that was it. It was literally it. And the date lasted maybe like 3-4 hours. 3-4 hours, and I was already hitting. So my point is that's not really a good thing. Usually when I go out on dates, I wait maybe like till the 3rd date to, seal a deal. But it was like 4 hours later, and I was already clapping, So it's really not a good thing. You really shouldn't do that. And then later on, I just sent her a text like, hey, I'm not really looking for anything. I also didn't connect with her at all. She was boring as fuck. But I said, fuck it. And I did that. I've been doing that. And I know that that's not a good thing to do, but I've been doing that since I was like 16. And, yeah. Not the best idea. Anyway. So, I was very lonely, right? And being lonely, and this even dates back to like July of 2024. I was so lonely. Nobody understood what I was going through. I had no one to talk to. Even my friends, they wouldn't know what I was going through, because I live in a white area where there's a lot of white people, like a lot of rich white people. So it's like, okay. And I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of money. We're actually quite poor. But I was feeling so terrible that I shaved my head, because I looked in the mirror and I was like, I don't even know who I am. Started shaving my head. So yeah, I'm one of those nose-piercing women that shave their head because they're having an identity crisis. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just type in nose-piercing theory. You'll understand. It's, to me, I shaved my head because I didn't want to deal with the long hair, and I was having an identity crisis. And when you shave your head, that just means that you're going through like spiritual reasons. You're going through a lot, and you just want to let go of all the trauma that you built up. Your hair, they say that your hair collects bad, or it collects memory, something. It collects vibes or something that are bad, and then, when you chop them off, it's better. It's not bad juju. I don't know what it's called. Wait, what time is it? 7, 9, 10, 10. Okay, so I did that, right? So I was completely bald. And I think to myself, why would I do this? What did I do this for? And I was thinking to myself, yeah, it's because I'm lonely. So then, with me shaving my head, I went ahead and got 2 jobs. And then I felt even more lonelier, even more isolated. I had to wake up every okay, so this is how my schedule went when I worked 2 jobs. Wake up at like 3:30, come in at 4, work from 4 to 12, go home, get home at 1, go to sleep at 1, wake up at like 5, go to work from 6 all the way to like 11, come home, be in bed by midnight, and then you repeat that process over and over and over again for the next 5 days. And that really kind of fucked me up because I was tired, couldn't sleep sometimes, was trying to work out, couldn't do it. I don't know where that motivation came from. I feel a lot weaker now doing that. But I had a lot of motivation from just doing that, thinking I'll fix something with more money. There's a squirrel. So I kept on doing that until like December, and then I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. But in that time frame, I hooked up with that situationship girl that I worked with, right? And it was great. I loved it so much that I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep on doing this because I know that I can finally find a connection. And the reason why it didn't work out before, hooking out with people on like the first date, was because I didn't have a connection with them. But the woman that I worked with, the situationship girl, I've worked with her. I've had a connection. We vibed out. We actually connected. We found each other attractive, and it was great. But I was still feeling lonely. I remember when I was with her, right, being intimate with her. And I felt the loneliest I've ever felt in my entire life. And I'll never forget this because it's quite ironic. When I was doing that, right? Let's just say we were in like doggy style, and I was kind of getting soft, and I was like, don't share this video with anybody. I'm just kidding. I don't care. I was kind of getting soft, and click the like button and hit subscribe, please. For my softness. So I was doing that, and then I was kind of getting soft, and I was just thinking, can she not feel that? And I was like, man, I feel so lonely. Like, I'm not even like, I don't feel connected with this girl at all. And I was like, what am I doing? Who am I doing this with? What's going on here? And then she said the most random, or not even the most random thing, the most like ironic thing. She said, why are you so far away? And I'm like, and she pulls me closer to her, and I'm like, but I still, for some reason, she keeps on trying to pull me closer, and I can't get any closer. And I'm like, are you saying I have a small penis? But she said that, and I was like, wow, I never thought of it like that. That so far away. And I just can't bridge the gap. And then we separated because I became colder and colder and colder. But we still fucked like 11 times in a month. And that really broke me because I really wanted it to work with her because I really did like her. But at the same time, I kind of knew she was a hoe. Like, I'm not saying this out of like malice or anything. I've seen the signs that she kind of hooks up with guys, and if it doesn't work out, she'll just go to the next guy, which unfortunately is very unfortunate. But I kind of saw that, so I was kind of weary of that she would cheat on me. But it was just the whole thing that I was trying to make sense of, and I couldn't. So it didn't work out. I was being very cold to her, so she kind of just left the relationship, the situationship. So then I was feeling really lonely in February, and I hooked up with like 2 women at once, and March came, February, and then skipped to like April. I was hooking up with like 3 women, and I was like, man, this kind of sucks too. And I wasn't connecting with 2 of them, and then one of them I did connect with really well, and she was different, you know. And don't tell her this because I'm gonna fucking explode. She's gonna lose so much interest from me. So go ahead and don't share this video with my wait, what? Okay, so it was like April, and I went to go kiss her. This woman was different because I went to go kiss her, and she was like, no, I don't kiss on the first date. And I was like, oh, okay. And I thought that I fucked up the date because I literally pushed this girl off a tree, and she was like, what did you say your name was? At the end of the date, she was like, what did you say your name was? And I was like, Thomas Train. And then she just shut her door and drove off. I didn't get to hug her at the end. I hugged her at first, but I didn't get to hug her at the end or nothing. And I thought that was over, and I was sad because I was like, man, we vibed pretty good. And then I went on another date that same day. And then I hung out with my friends. I'm not proud of it. But she literally texted back like, hey, what are we doing? You want to do something over spring break? And I was like, hell yeah. So we did. And we made out, and then the 3rd or 4th date, we fucked. But this girl was like she was not giving me hoe vibes. She was not like, she was just cool, you know? And, you know, I was still kind of lonely then. Here comes May, and I shaved my head again around May 31st or something. Because again, I was trying to fix the relationship with the situationship girl still, because I never see the girl that I've connected with. And the other girl, I also have to cut it off with because the girl that I pushed off a tree wanted something more serious, and I said okay, because I actually did like her. But at the same time, I shaved my head, and then I shaved my head because I was feeling lonely, and I was having an identity crisis. And this situationship girl, I was trying to get back with her, but at the same time, I didn't want to, and that kind of gapped the bridge, causing the bridge to fall in between my head, leading to me kind of feeling like 3 or 4 different personalities at once or something. So I was like, what's going on here? So I shaved my head again, and then the situationship girl comes into work, and she's like, you're bald again? And I was like, yeah. I didn't tell her any of this though. It's all in my head. So still feeling lonely. And then finally, the girl is like, I want something serious. And I was like, okay, that's great. I'll do that. So I cut the other girl off, I cut 2 girls off, and I'm like, hey, it's just not gonna work out. And they're like, okay. And then, I still have feelings for the situationship girl, but I just kind of like smothered the fire. So I was kind of feeling less lonely because she wanted me and we kind of connected more. And here comes July of 2025. Everything was going great. And then I think it was like August. She was like, do you want, she's like, hey, she doesn't text me for like a whole like 4 to 8 hours. And she's like, hey, do you want, like, what do you want from me? And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, what do you want? And I was like, what do you want? And she was like, I was like, you gotta tell me what you want. She was like, I want a relationship. And I was like, okay. She was like, do you want that? I was like, yeah. I was like, we can talk about this the next time we see each other. So we see each other and I'm like, so do you want a relationship? She's like, I don't know. And I'm like, what? I was like, why? She was like, I don't know if you want it. I was like, I definitely do want it. And she was like, okay, well, then I want it too. And then we became boyfriend and girlfriend, I guess. So then I didn't really feel lonely then because I had her. So that kind of fixed my loneliness, even though I only saw her like once a week. So after that, August, and then in August, we planned a trip together to Florida. And I kind of got drunk with her in the hotel. And I kind of asked her, like, hey, do you love me? And she was like, no. Like, she didn't want to, like, admit her feelings. And she was like, if I tell you something and you don't reciprocate, then it'll all be for nothing. So I was like, so you already gave me the answer. She was like, oh no. And then she kind of like turned this way and I was like, oh, come back here. Yeah, just tell me the truth. And then she threw up because I was stressing her out and she was drunk. So I don't feel as lonely because of her, is what I'm trying to say. So the people in your life. Oh, and I cut off a couple of toxic friends that kind of put me down. These friends, they're really fucking stupid. I tried helping them. I think the last video was about one of the friends that I cut off. Tried to help them with I tried to play Cupid, didn't work out. And then the other friend is like a fat fuck that won't work out. Is like, it's just not working with him either, platonically, or with her platonically. So I cut them both off. And that made me feel a lot better because they were just really toxic. But yeah, the person that I'm currently dating, person that I'm in a relationship with, the person that I really do like, and I don't know if it's how long it's gonna last for, but I really do like her, and she really makes me feel like there's someone in the world for me, and I'm not lonely, you know? And that's a good thing. It's good, you know? I didn't need a pet or a whole bunch of friends. I'm just so glad that I cut off like 2 of my friends that were toxic. That's what you need to do. Just cut them off. You don't like hanging around them, getting weird vibes, cut them off. You don't need to hang out with them. You don't. But yeah. And just a couple of tips. Getting a cat or a dog, that it really does help. I know that I never had that experience. I mean, I had a cat before, but my dad forced him out, so. But pets really do help with loneliness. And they aid you in your depression, I guess. Working on hobbies, that really helped. Talking to you guys, that was like the biggest help ever. All the support that you give me and stuff. All the times where I was feeling sad or I didn't know who to talk to. Then I just talked to you guys. That really helped. And I really appreciate you guys, seriously. That's why I always encourage everyone to start a YouTube channel, just to like vent their feelings. Even if you're embarrassed and you can't do it, just put it on private. But yeah, I don't feel as lonely. I still feel kind of lonely, but not as lonely. Like I felt really lonely then. Like I couldn't get out of bed lonely. Now I'm just like, I'm okay with this, you know. I'm not as lonely. I don't feel as lonely. It feels nice having somebody that is mine. I haven't heard her with the whose pussy is this, and she's like, "Why? It's yours. It's your pussy." You know what I'm saying? So, But yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, didn't really think about how to end this video. Y'all want to see me do a handstand? Oh no, it's wet right now. Okay, never mind. Never mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, thanks for 500 subs. If you guys liked the video, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and give me a fat thumbs up and comment down below if you're feeling lonely or, you know, you're feeling depressed or you're anxiety ridden. Therapy is a lot of help too. I haven't gone, but you know, I hear it's a lot of help. Just talking to somebody, it's great. Anyways, guys, that's it. That's it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let's get to 1,000 subs. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to grow my army. Eventually, we're gonna get to 120,000 subscribers. Why 120,000? There's this one girl named Annie Pants that's at 121,000 subscribers, and I just think she's cool, and that's why I want it. 26 minutes is insane. We're almost at 27 minutes. All right, guys. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.